Hi Aquarius, long time no see. Welcome back, welcome in, and welcome to your next season, your next chapter. We're going to take a look at what's coming up for you, what's coming in. Full disclosure, already did like half of a reading for you guys. I looked down and checked my mic to see if it was still on because it doesn't give me any notice. Like if it's dying, it just shuts off. And it did that. And I don't know when. So I was like, whatever, I'll just start over. So, yeah, that's where we are. Before we jump in with our cards, we are going to be doing a few tarot, and then we have some decks, some oracle decks over here that we're going to be working with too. Before we jump in with our cards, though, we are going to be using our singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that needs to be cleared, to connect to each other as a collective, and then as a collective directly to spirit, so we can get a really beautiful, clear, concise message for you today. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more, the merrier. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. My oil on my arm left to print. Okay, Spirit, speak to me and through me to the Aquarius collective. What do they need to know right now? This season that we're coming up on, autumn equinox, fall, all of that good stuff. Of course, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. If not, switch it, flip it, however it fits. New seasons, either way. Oh, wow, okay. Let's do one more. So we have the Knight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Three of Cups, and the High Priestess. Interesting. We have progression, so that's good. We're going from the Ace of Swords to the Two of Swords. You're taking steps in the right direction. You've had an idea, and now it's time for you to make a decision about something. You've been led to kind of a crossroads where you're being asked if this idea that you've had, if this truth that has come to you, whatever it may be, is still in alignment with the path that you're on. Should you be choosing a new path? Maybe it's something like some truth is coming out about a work situation or someone at work, and it really is like, I don't think this environment aligns with me anymore. So you might choose a different path. You might be choosing to make a really hard decision decision versus the easy one. There could be one that's like an obvious answer, like, oh yeah, of course, I mean, just stay where I'm at because it's fine, it's cushy here, like I have things set, my finances are settled, they're secure. Why would I change that? But it's like you're being told something that kind of changes your perspective on things, and you're like, yeah, I don't like this. I don't like what you've said. This could be a relationship. We have the Knight of Cups here crowning. This person could be telling you something and you're like, oh, I absolutely don't fuck with that. I don't like that. It's kind of a deal breaker for me. And that's that. Like, you've made that decision and you're moving forward. You're surrounded by support and love. If you do make a really tough decision, if someone does come to you, or maybe they don't even come to you, maybe you're finding out through another source. It could be like public record if it's an arrest situation, a jail situation. This person could have lied to you about why they went to jail, and you're finding out the actual reason, and it's something that is like a non-negotiable, full stop. I don't fuck with you. And it's like, it feels like it's that clear, that cut, and that dry. A truth comes out, you make a decision, and then you're being kind of, I don't want to say celebrated. What is this? Oh, because this is a celebration card, but it feels more in the vein of support right now. You could be calling on like a mom, sister, two sisters, three sisters, whatever it is. But this is a close knit group of people that you really trust, who really care about you, and you really care about them. It's reciprocal, it's pouring into each other the same amounts. But they're definitely rallying behind you, rallying around you, whatever the situation is that's unfolding. It feels like you have a lot of love and support. You also have a lot of intuition, a lot of guidance that's also helping you. Maybe these are guardian angels, people, ancestors that have passed, but you have a lot of support and you're very connected right now. And when I say connected, I mean to spirit, God, ancestors, archangels, whatever the case may be for you. You're very in tune, and you're able to pick up on energies. You're able to pick up on people's intentions. Maybe this person told you a half truth, and you were able to, through your discernment and through your intuition, and you're just being able to like read between the lines and figure out people's bullshit, that wasn't the whole truth, and the whole truth is something that you don't like. And it doesn't have to be as dramatic as I said earlier, where you just cut them off and that's that, you're done with it. It could be like sitting them down, having a conversation with them, and just being really clear and really direct. Hey, I know the truth. I know that you lied. I know that this is the actual situation, and here's what's going to happen from here. And just like really not mincing words, not letting emotions get involved. This person could be very emotional. They could be very romantic. They could be a love bomber as well. So watch out for that. Watch out for the the cycles, especially if they're lying to you about something and now they're just trying to jump right back into like like pretending like nothing ever happened, trying to make things nice, and just love bombing you. It could be a cycle. So if you're not completely cutting it off with this person, you might be getting close. You should start considering it. If you haven't, it doesn't feel healthy. It doesn't feel safe or stable. Yeah. And then you have the Ace of Cups as your last card. There is reciprocal, stable, everlasting, unconditional love. Oh, and then the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is upside down for some reason. The Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is ultimate fulfillment, wishes coming true. Not ultimate, because that's the Ten of Cups. But why does it look like that? It's like bent at the top. Anyways, this is wish fulfillment, wishes coming true. There's a little frog in this one. I never noticed that. Most of these don't have animals. If you look at the imagery, it's just the mushrooms. This is a mushroom deck. But there's a little frog on this one. Frogs could be significant for you. A nickname specifically. Lily as well. I don't know where that came from, but there you go. Sorry, I don't want the oil marks there. Should have let that soak in a little bit longer. All right, let's do some oracle cards. This is the Lenormand. While we talk about the Ace of Cups, we shall shuffle. This Ace of Cups is just telling me that there is very reciprocal, there is very loyal, loving, beautiful energy that's waiting to come in. If you are in a situation with someone that's less than ideal, don't settle. Remove yourself, because there's ideal, there's perfect, there's beautiful. Nothing's perfect, but there's beautiful, reciprocal, unconditional love available for you. Obviously, the first step of that is recognizing, acknowledging, and healing in you the parts that call you to the more toxic, the more triggering, the more traumatic situations, whether that be work. It doesn't always have to be love. It can be, though. Pouring into yourself, loving yourself more than you love anybody else. That's really when your world shifts, and it's really when, if you want genuine love and connection, that's when it'll come in, when you're pouring it into yourself, when you're not looking for it from external sources. Whoa, hey, get back here. All right, we have child that came out. You yourself could be very young. You could be, this person could be very immature, very young. I feel like both of you are young, but they're immature, whereas you're young, or younger. And in the grand scheme of things, 40 is young, right? Like in the lifespan, I think most people in their 60s, 70s, 80s would consider 40 young. So age is about perspective, right? But I feel like you guys could be the same age, but this person is quite immature, especially compared to you. I feel like you're very mature. You're very, well, I think that has a lot to do with how, not unemotional, but kind of how pragmatic you are versus overly emotional. This person is very much in their feelings, very much, yeah, in their feelings. You also got stars and ship. There's something that is very wish fulfillment, dreams coming true on the precipice for you, on the cusp. I feel like as you move through this season, Mabon specifically, we're going to be pulling a card from that deck in just a sec. As you move through this season, and as you connect more to spirit and tap into your connection to the cosmos, to the stars, to God, all of these things, any of these things, your connection is going to grow stronger and stronger. And I feel like that's going to kind of go hand in hand with your self-love and acceptance. I feel like the more you acknowledge how gifted you are, the more you pour into yourself and celebrate yourself for how gifted you are and allow others to celebrate you. Hey. For how gifted you are, the faster and the easier your dreams will start coming true. If you have a dream to travel overseas, that could be happening. Maybe your dream is just to travel in general. Like that's what you want to do for a living. You want to make a career shift. You want to, Findy, was that you? You want to take a leap of faith and kind of change directions. Maybe it's your dream to travel the world with your lover, with your person, your whoever that is. That is also going to be happening. To a lady, all of the things, right? Like you want to do a lot of stuff, and if you're going to be able to, this ship tells a story of a kid who does a kindness to someone who would otherwise be deemed unworthy of kindness, right? And in return, this, I think he's like a magician or some sort of whatever, it doesn't matter, gives this child a ship that can be turned into any vessel that he wants. It could be turned into a sailboat. It can be turned into a yacht. It could be turned into whatever that kind of boat is, a rowboat, I guess. I don't know. It could be turned into a houseboat, pontoon, literally whatever kind of vessel he wants. And it could also shrink down the size of a toy to fit in his pocket. So when he gets places, he could just put, like, that's literally the ideal situation for me. If I could shrink all of my stuff down and just take it with me all the time, I would. But that's the energy of this. Just being able to go anywhere you want easily, carefree, and frequently. You could be like traveling frequently. You could be going on cruises. Oh, autumn equinox. That's literally what this is a Mabon deck. That's literally what Mabon is. the celebration of the coming into of the autumn equinox. We'll read about that in a second. Let's get the rest of our cards out and then we'll read about autumn equinox. Teapot. Oh, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. That's this Three of Cups energy. Deep, reciprocal, loving friendships. Aye. Surrounded by love and support, you are. Oh my God, please. Please. Most people that use this deck split it in half. But I don't like doing that, so I'll just struggle. Fling cards everywhere. Half the deck. That's okay. We got some. Okay, pay attention to your work. Great fortune with the beetle. And, oh, pale. Time to get out of a situation. I'm going to put that up here because that feels like it's relevant up there to that Knight of Cups energy. This immature masculine male. I feel like it's time to exit. It's time to exit stage left is what I'm getting. Like, just gracefully bow out. This isn't for me. This isn't, I need to focus on my work. Like, whatever your excuse may be, it doesn't even have to be, it's a legitimate reason. It's not an excuse. You don't need an excuse. Whatever reason, I should say, you give this person, it doesn't matter. Just get out. Get out of it. It could be a toxic work environment. You have ring on the bottom of the deck. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. Don't take that if that's something that you are looking for. All right, let's see. What else is here for Aquarius? What else is here for Aquarius? Please, Spirit. What else do they need to know? This shift could be coming, or should be coming. Yeah, let's go with should be coming right around the autumn equinox. I think that's next weekend, the 21st. Today's the 16th, so there we go. The Hunter, sure-footedness, predestination, and then on the bottom of the deck, the Adventurer. Yes, responsibility, expectations. I feel like you're just wanting to be free. You're wanting to go where the wind blows you. You're wanting to set sail and just have a time. Not have to worry or pay attention to your work. But you could be getting some sort of remote job, some sort of job that you can do from wherever, so you have more flexibility to travel and work from wherever. Because I do see you setting sail. I do see you doing things that make you happy, fulfilling, make you feel fulfilled, I guess I should say. Oh my God, excuse me. What the hell? I don't know where that came from, but let's read about the Hunter and then we'll read about autumn equinox and finish our messages. Card number, or page number 94. The Hunter. Sunlight dapples the forest floor, and from the shaded ferny depths, a white stag emerges. Oh wow! Nearby, a shadowy figure pauses, and a bowstring draws back with the creak. The hunter is a patient person, capable of following their prey for days at a time, eyes always on the tracks before them. By not looking up, they never appreciate the beauty of the forest around them. But that doesn't matter so long as they reach their quarry, right? It's time to put your head down and block out all distractions. Okay, the forest may be beautiful, but stopping to admire the view won't get you any closer to your goal. You are the hunter right now. Your path is clear, your prey is within sight. No matter how tempting slowing down for a moment might seem, now is not the time. Maintain your focus and determination to complete your task. That showing up here with pay attention to your work. There might be something that you need to complete, that you need to focus on for a little bit longer. If you have a trip planned in the next few weeks, in the next few months, whatever it is, days, it could be like a countdown. These, however long it is leading up to it, don't let yourself get distracted. Don't let yourself get unfocused, because I feel like it could be to wow, what the fuck? It could be to your detriment is what I was trying to say. Golly. Where's my Mom Bomb book? Why wouldn't it be right here? What the hell? Where? Oh, there it is. No, why would it be under those? Anyways, Autumn Equinox, card number 3. Temperance, balance, renewal. Beautiful. Your higher self chose this card because the autumn equinox is a wonderful time to consider where you might be experiencing imbalance within your life. Are there ways you're living to the extreme? Are there areas in your life that have been overlooked or perhaps forgotten about entirely? Typically things such as spa days. I don't know why I'm facing that way. Typically things such as spa days, time off, more rest, and more time spent with friends are the first things put on the back burner, but it can just as easily be creative expressions, having new experiences, cleaning your space, forgetting to pay a bill, or even being your best self at work. If you have been in a period of extreme action, now is a good time to begin entering a phase of rest, renewal, and passiveness. Attempting to force your way forward may actually be the reason why you're not receiving the results you're hoping for. Likewise, if you felt stagnant or falling victim to extreme laziness, receiving this card is your sign to renew your motivation to prevent anything else from falling through the cracks. Balance is just not related to physical action. Balance of the mind is also a worthwhile cause. Consider whether you've experienced a period of pessimism and can be more joyful. No, and could use a more joyful outlook on life. The opposite might be true. Are you using positive thinking and speech to bypass what you're truly feeling? Okay, so I feel like this card, in conjunction with the hunter, which is literally the opposite of what we just talked about, I feel like there's going to be a period where you need to remain focused, and it could just be these next, like finishing out the week really strong at work, staying focused. And then once the autumn equinox comes, it's going to feel like a really big sigh of relief. You might have a trip planned where you can kind of take a load off, even if it's just a weekend. It feels like you're going to have a time to really shift gears. Maybe you're like literally going till the last day of summer. And it's like, I'm going to stay on my grind. I'm going to stay in this really focused, really intense energy until it's literally the last day. And then I'm going to shift into the slower gear, the slower pace of fall. And I'm going to use that energy. I just feel like you're really in sync with the seasons. You're very much in tune with your rhythm, your natural rhythm. And I feel like you're going to push really hard these last few days, and you're going to stay really focused, which is a good thing. Whatever the task is, whatever the goal is, I feel like it's coming to a completion. And as it does, it might not be a full completion. It might be like a resting place. It might be just a pause. It might be a break, whatever the case. But then I feel you're shifting, you're downshifting, and you're really prepping for the slowdown. So you can maybe even like hibernate, so you can kind of go dormant for a little bit and not push as hard as you've been pushing. I feel like you've been pushing really hard the last, like since May, really focused, maybe not taking a day off, not taking like literally work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 2 jobs in school, something like that. But as the autumn equinox approaches, you're going to need to relax a little bit. Take a beat, take a breath, take some time. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.